Hey YouTube, I'm Tristan from Smart Home Point. The Echo Show is my favourite type of Echo device, and it might sound a bit sad, but the reason for that, or one of the big reasons for it, is that you can visually see your calendar entries really easily on the Echo Show via the screen. And you can also interact with your calendar to look at a month-by-month view or day-by-day view using the touchscreen as well. It's really convenient for people like me that actually like to track everything on their calendar. You know, if I need to ring a company, I'll put that in the calendar to make sure I know to do that in a few days' time. Equally, if my wife asks me to hang something on a wall, I'll put that in the calendar. I'll probably forget about it, but at least it's in the calendar. And it's nice to be able to see your calendar entries really easy here. So I want to do this video and just talk through the different calendar features that are available on all three of the Echo devices, which is the Echo Show 5, the Echo Show 8, and the full-size Echo. Let's take a look. Show my calendar.
Here are the calendar events.
Okay, so I've put in a few jokey sort of calendar entries, but basically, if we go into list mode, I'll talk through 3-day in a second. If you look, yeah, that's the start of my jokey calendar. So you can see in list mode, you can literally cycle through and see all your calendar events. So I've literally got play Rocket League non-stop. It actually cuts things off, which is a little bit annoying. The actual full calendar name is play Rocket League non-stop, and then it says out of office. Unfortunately, it doesn't show that, which is a little bit irritating. It literally just cuts things off, even though there's all this extra space. But at least it tells you the from and to date and time for the calendar entries. So you've got play Rocket League non-stop, keep doing it, and then rage quit Rocket League, which I've done a bit too many times. This is actually a reminder. It says reminder in brackets. Again, it's cut off, which is a bit irritating, but at least you can see the calendar entry here. I've then got reconsider my life, create an amazing business, and then later on in the week, sell my business, I sell my new business and retire. And then I go back to playing Rocket League non-stop, which is a bit of a habit, to be honest, as you can see. And then I rage quit again. There you are. And then later on in the week, my friend Jeff just wanted me to give him some business advice, so I've just got that on my calendar to track that as well. As you can see, I'm currently in list mode, and although it cuts off the actual name of things, which is a bit irritating, this list mode works really well, as does the home screen where it shows you your upcoming events. But what I'm not as much of a fan of is in the 3-day mode, it can be a bit confusing at times to actually manage, because you know, sometimes your 3-day mode starts here at midnight, if you've actually got an event starting at midnight or an all-day event like I do. So you've got that, and then it looks almost like you don't have any events on your Friday and Saturday, even though when you scroll down, you actually do. It's just midday, or you might have an event later on. I don't think I do. But that's a bit of a flaw with the 3-day view, because you don't easily see, you know, you could easily miss an event. And whilst this would be shown on your home screen, you might also miss that as well if you've got a lot of different cards on your home screen. So that's a bit of a flaw. The next mode is month. And unlike a lot of phones, which don't have a lot of space, but still manage to show you the actual events that are there, the Echo Show's calendar doesn't show you anything within a month-by-month view. All you've got are the little dots to show you when you do have an event, and then you need to click into it to actually look at what your event is. But again, you then have the same problem where if you click in, oh, that didn't work too badly, did it? That worked quite nicely. But sometimes if you click in and then start scrolling, you again have this problem that you're at midnight, and then you obviously miss your actual event. So it's not ideal. But obviously, I clicked in there and that worked quite nicely, because all my events were grouped together in terms of time. But certainly if you had all your events spread out throughout the day, this sort of view isn't really ideal. And certainly the month view as a whole isn't great, because it doesn't actually give you even a preview of what is happening on each month. I think it would be a lot nicer if it was like the Android or the iPhone calendar that can give you a bit of extra information, even on the month view, where space is obviously limited. In terms of the individual events, you can come along and click into them, as you've seen earlier, and get more information. It also stores different types of events. So what I did when I was setting up this joke calendar is play Rocket League non-stop, I think was set to just an out of office type of event. Rage quit Rocket League, I think, was a reminder. Reconsider my life was a task. and then Create an Amazing Business was an event. So even if you've got different types of calendar entries, your Echo Show device will support them, which is good to know. Equally, you can select a calendar entry and delete it really easily. Are you sure you want to delete this event? And you can just delete it by clicking delete. Brilliant. The next thing you can do is add new calendar entries. You can do this in whatever way you usually do, and it'll obviously appear here, or you can use your Echo device to do that. So let's look at that now. Add a new event for 3 p.m. tomorrow.
Sure. And what's the name of the event?
Do important stuff.
That's Do Important Stuff on Sunday the 6th of September at 3 p.m, right?
Yes.
Okay, I've added that.
There you are. So that's your event which you've added, and obviously because it's linked to your actual calendar, you know, you'll see that on your phone, you'll see that on your computer, and anywhere else you access it as well. So it's really nice. It's a nice feature, and obviously it'll show you the event you added, and immediately you can see it there in obviously the list mode. You can see it there in the 3-day mode, and you can see it in the month by month mode as well, even though obviously, as I mentioned before, it's a bit hard to actually see stuff there. But yeah, overall I quite like the calendar entries and the calendar feature of the Echo Show. It is a bit annoying, you know, that the month view doesn't show more, and that the 3-day mode isn't great when you've got different times spread, different events spread out throughout the day. But overall, it works really well, I feel. My one annoyance is the fact that it cuts off the name of a calendar entry, even though they've got all this extra white space that's unused. So I don't know why they're actually trimming those down. Okay, so that wraps up today's video. I wanted to just walk through all the calendar features that are available on the Echo Show device, because it has a touchscreen and it makes your calendar a lot more accessible. I personally quite find the functionality useful, even if I find the implementation a little bit buggy at times, but hopefully they'll clean things up. But nonetheless, I still find it useful, and I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please click the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.